Welcome back, Cancers, to the Astroflower and your energy messages and tarot reading here for the week going from the 25th, I think, through to the 3rd of June. So we're coming into June, we're coming close to your birthday season now. This is very much a moment of crossing T's, dotting I's, putting the New Year's resolutions in place. So it may be a bit of foraging into the past and seeing what you want to continue, what you want to leave. So therefore you can concentrate and be very selective about where you put your time, money, effort, emotions into your future and takes you forward. So yes, if you haven't seen the messages from energy, you'll find it on our channel. We went into the chakra sequences and obviously from the messages as well, but we also looked at the elements that we're going to be looking at in this reading here. And today's reading is going to be different. We're trying something new out in the reading. And so we're going to be looking at your chakra sequencing, the chakra sequencing for Cancer. We're also going to be getting messages from the energy for Cancer. Then we're going to be looking at the elements, which is earth and air combinations within your Astroflower, following on with a bit of tarot as well at the end. So if you're strapped in and ready to rock and roll, let's go. Let's connect to the energy first of all, and let's see what's happening here. So I'm lucky enough to be in a property at the moment where we have a energy line that goes straight through this. So I'm sat directly on the energy line here, finding our point zero. If you're having problems finding your point zero energy, please do go and find the point zero energy video that we have on this channel. Here we go. There we go. We have this, and let's just see what's going on with the chakra sequencing within life. There's a lot of thinking going on, but it is quite heavy thinking. But what you can organize today within your mind's eye, within your spirit and soul, will allow life to be a lot easier in the future, that will become a lot more matter of fact, as it were. So I think this week here is, being honest with yourself, and also being clear with yourself about what you're asking the world to deliver in regards to relationships as much as regards to your financial side. But being very clear within your crown chakra, in your consciousness, as you take one step forward in order to get toward your goals. Okay, here we go with the, it's on the move here, and it's gone straight to the throat chakra. You're a bit different to the other water signs, it's got to be said. There's a certain weight upon this chakra here, and it's almost as like things you say will carry weight, but also you've got to be wary about getting into conversations or expressing yourself which is carrying the world of others. Which may cause you to slow down, may cause difficulties in manifesting things. So I think you need to take that weight off your shoulders in a way. And it may be a case of actually communicating about how you're carrying that weight of the world around you, that people are around you, or the financial situation that is around you. You need to be, I think your communication needs to be straight and no messing. Don't pull your punches, I think, in that sort of respect here. Okay, it's now on the move, and we're on to the solar plexus. So the solar plexus is that earth energy. That's the impact, because when things start moving forward, you've got to be ready to move with it. You've got to go with the flow. And the sacrum, solar plexus, is a really beautiful energy here. It's not overpowering, but at the same time it has weight. I think it's more of a case of doing rather than saying, and it's sort of like, being clear with your communication, which then frees you up, so you allowed you to do physical things within your career path or your relationship or your spiritual path, allows you to do things and engage with that earth energy, which you have an abundance within you. You have more earth energy than water energy, And that abundant earth energy here is allowing you to do things because you're being straight with your communication. And that frees everything up. All of a sudden, things become a lot more possible within your life. And it builds a lot of confidence about where you're going in the future, because it seems like you're sorting out a lot of things in a way in regards to the solar plexus. And it's giving you that determination, which gives weight to the words that you say. Okay, let's just see where it moves on to now. Don't forget about the fundamental desires. The sacrum wants to come through, but it's almost I wouldn't say it's hindered, but it's dependable to your throat chakra and that communication. And it's having the consciousness of sort of saying, fundamentally, this is what I want out of life. These are the sort of things I've got to say, so then therefore I can do. That seems to be the sequencing that you need to go through in order to get the results. But really being very conscious about your fundamental desires more than anything else. Once you get that into place, it's on the move again, and it goes into the root here. And the root and the crown, but mainly into the root, where it's sort of saying being very grounded in what you do, rather than being, caught up in, the possibilities of life. Now getting into the actualities of life, as it were, and staying rooted and grounded in it all will help you enormously move forward. Okay, so that really does sort of help out. On the root chakra, and there it comes back to the fundamental point. So I wouldn't involve your emotions and your heart in this situation. You obviously got things that you need to sift through at the moment, and once you sift through them, that's going to give you the results, I think. And that's when in the future it's going to free your heart up. But at the moment, there's a lot of foundation work that needs to be doing. And we'll see that in the elements from there as well. Let's just reconnect to that energy. Find that point 0. Here we go. There we go. We're connecting to the energy. Right, now let's feel that energy. Let's get a message from that energy that's coming through. It's almost as if if you nourish your soul, you give yourself the energy to project yourself into your future. And it's talking about nourishing your soul, not your body, but nourishing your soul with something that's very solid, and being, dispelling certain illusions about life, I think is really important. That seems to be what energy is trying to encourage within you. It's all about the fundamental desires, and being very, it's almost administration here, rather than, emotional sort of side. It's much more on the physical side of the fundamentals in place. And it seems to be about that sort of thing, that the energy is sort of saying, stick true to the fundamentals and apply them. It will liberate you and allow you to fly in the future. Okay, and that's what seems to be coming through in the way of messages from energy as well. There is some health issues that are going on, and I think it's got to do with the digestive system. It's also, sort of how your transit goes. That's what it seems to be playing into, and into the lower back. And I think the lower back here is sort of saying, don't try and do too much. That's often where we create or collect a lot of stress of trying to do too many things, and we can't do everything in one day, and that's when we end up getting the lower part of the back where we get problems. That's where your body's speaking to you. So I'll be a little bit wary of that at the moment. Okay, let's just pull up your elements according to the Astroflower, and we're looking at a combination of earth and air energy. So if you just look at your flower here, yes, you do have that cardinal water that's at the surface there, but you do have that cardinal earth that is at your base. And in every single petal, you have that earth and air on this side here, which is absolutely brilliant. Within the relationship side here, It's the signs or the synchronicities or the subtle energies that are going to give you the heads up and a direction that you need to take. You also have that mutable earth that comes through you, which plays beautifully within this mutable water that comes in here. So it's all a case of sculpting your future. This is perfect energy for where you are in the time of year, which is just leading up to your birthday season, and working out what you don't want to be doing anymore and what you want to be doing in the future, and collecting that and the mutable earth energy that comes in from Virgo. It is malleable and it is excitable as well. And that's what's going to be, if you get the foundations in right, that's what's going to come to the surface within your relationship side. Certainly with this connection and this direction that happens in the outside world, all of a sudden it's going to be feeding, as you can see here, it's going to be feeding your future in a beautiful way. I would just be wary of those passionate sides, that earth, that fire energy there. Just be wary of your passion. This is like, be conscious about what you're actually trying to communicate and what you're trying to sort of develop. So I think that's going to be quite important, and we should be looking at that. But I think it's on both sides is actually quite important, because on your karmic path, on your financial side, you have this earth and fire energy again, which you have across the board, except for this petal here. And this here is fixed energy. And this fixed earth, it goes up through your karmic path, and then it then diverts through the Taurus energy that comes in here, connecting with the Leo energy that comes through. And that fixed earth energy is that wave of energy that's coming through the system at the moment. If you are very fixed about what you so wish physically to achieve within your goals of your job, your business, or your projects, it's going to then be very fixed and very coordinated about the development of the past, which is this petal here, into your future. Now you do have that mutable air that comes across the top there, and within that mutable air, that's a little bit, it's Gemini energy. And that Gemini energy is being able to see both sides of the situation here. And that seeing both sides of the situation is bringing that balance back into your life. And this is where you should be open to communications. But also, communications is not just a case of speaking, it's also a case of listening here. And I think if you listen to what's going on in the here and now, it's going to give you inspirations or insights to how you can use that fixed earth to really get on and start pushing your projects in the future. On the base here, you have this this cardinal earth and this cardinal fire. And this cardinal earth comes from you, and you are driving it forward within the networking it is around you. So once you're very precise on your cardinal path, on your karmic path with that fixed earth, you can then go after the people that you need to connect with within life, which is driven by a direction that you wish to fulfill. And that's what's going to come into your life. You do have to have a certain amount of passion about it all, which comes from Aries as well. But Aries is very calculative and etc. They're very good at sort of working through projects and so forth. And I think that's where it's going to really help you. So it's working really well on both sides. I think you're the only sign that's got the most amount of where it's working on both sides, and that could be tying into your autumn period of organising a lot of things that are coming through. So let's just, I think the financial side is going to be slightly ahead on what is going to be important. Let's just see what's going on with that mutable, that fixed earth, sorry. It is getting there. You're getting there. And I think this is working on that fixed energy, that fixed earth energy of putting into place things that's going to take you away from financial complications into something that is very much more sort of solid. In the cardinal earth on your synchronicities and the connection and the networking in the world around you, you get the Two of Wands. Yeah, it's helping you give a direction by helping you with a plan of action of how to play this earth energy so you can then really push forward or develop the ideas from the past to the future. And if you allow that to happen, if you engage in it in a very solid sort of way, that's what comes through on that fixed earth energy. Up here, between the connection between your past and your future, how you can develop it if it's clear, if it's very clear, and your communication is reiterating that clearness within you, all of a sudden life is going to start picking up in a really good way for you. What's these insights that may come into your life? You get the Page of Pentacles. Yes, the insights are helping you to cultivate your own luck. It's helping you to see that whole process of planting the seeds, watching it germinate, cultivating it, looking after it so it comes to fruit, then welcoming the fruit or collecting the fruit of your labors, and then doing whatever you need to do with your fruit. But it's a whole cycle here that's going on, and I think this is working towards the new cycle of energy that comes in on your birthday season. So it's really important to keep keep things very clean and clear for you at the moment on your financial side. Let's see what's going on the relationship side. With this mutable earth and mutable fire, it's all about balance. Yes, I would be, wary. Don't get caught up in arguments that sort of like may not be, you're defending someone else and it may not necessarily be your problem, and it's maybe detrimental to you. So I'd just be just and true to the situation. This is cardinal air and cardinal earth. Now this seems to be the big key factor, and you get the hangman, seeing things in a different way. And this is where I think the air energy and being very clear within your thinking will allow you to kind of sort of say, this is the direction I want to take emotionally, spiritually, within the world. But, I don't want to carry too much, so need to see things in a different way in order to bring that justice to the surface. Okay? After that, we have this connection between this mutable air and this mutable fire, mutable earth as well. What comes out of that? Page of Wands, learning about your passions, learning about how you allow that mutable fire to come through the system, giving it, being very just about it all, almost being childlike as well about it, really. But now you get 2 pages on the situation. This ties in beautifully to your autumn energy, which is the 3 months before your birthday. And where can you play with it all? That's where you can play with it all. In the Lovers card, I think this is where all of a sudden you're going to see things in a very different way, Cancer. And seeing things in a different way with the connections maybe with the world around you is all of a sudden going to bring balance and harmony back to love within your life. It's certainly something that you're cultivating going forward. It's all about your future and how that sort of develops with your engagement, with your passionate engagement with life. Let's just see what's going on. You get the healthy boundaries. No, that healthy boundaries, I think, has got to do with that fire, that passion. Pick your battles more than anything else, Cancer. Okay, so there you go. Hope you're enjoying the new format here on the Astroflower. Thanking you very much for all your subscriptions, your likes and your shares and everything that goes through all of that sort of aspect. Don't forget about the messages from energy on the Astroflower, and also the live that we're going to be doing on Sunday night, which is at 2100 hours UK time, questions and answers, and collectively we can provide the solutions for the situations. It's always lovely to see. I will see you there. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.